Hi, Flick here from the Nerd Soapbox, and today we're in Burbank, California for Son of Monsterpalooza, and I've got a special guest with me. It's none other than Don Coscarelli. Hi, Don.
Hey, Flick, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Wow, I love your films, by the way.
Well, thank you.
What horror films influenced you growing up?
Oh, you're asking real questions.
Yes.
Let's see. Invaders from Mars was a good one, 1954.
Right. Okay.
Godzilla, of course.
Yeah.
Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula.
Fantastic.
The list goes on and on. 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Toby Hooper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I love that movie. All right. I understand that you have a book. You had a book released last year.
Yeah,
True Indie.
True Indie. Yes.
Yeah. Life and Death in Filmmaking.
That's
Tell us
it.
about your book.
My book.
Tell us a little
I
bit about
actually
it.
have a copy right here. Here you go.
Hey, hold on. Oh,
Yeah. What do you think?
nice.
Okay. Yes, covers I explain all of the mistakes I've made in my career. They're all there
Well,
for a filmmaker.
all right. That's how you learn.
That is from your mistakes.
Yeah, through your mistakes. Wow. Okay, you've had a wonderful working relationship with Reggie Bannister and Angus Grimm.
A terrific
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah. Were either of them like their characters?
There are a lot of similarities with Reggie Bannister. Yeah, he's
Okay.
the guy is aces.
Wow.
I love him. I met him when I was 18 years old.
All right.
He was playing in a beer bar down in Long Beach, California, and I was 18, and he ordered me a beer, and the drinking age was 21, but he didn't care, and I didn't either, and we've been pals ever since.
That's fantastic. Wow. Okay, so in the new Star Wars film, there's a character, Captain Phazon, is known.
Captain Phasma.
Yeah,
actually.
Phasma.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me about him. What are the chain of events that led to these two franchises crossing over, Phantasm and Star Wars?
Well, it all had to do with the fact that the creator of the new Star Wars, J.J. Abrams, was a fan of Phantasm,
Whoa.
and a good fan and a good guy, and he used Phantasm as an inspiration for the character name.
Wow.
Or so I'm told, or so I've read.
That's really
And
cool.
I think that had to do with the costume having a chrome appearance, much like the chrome sphere from Phantasm.
Don't
This chrome sphere.
get that away from me. Oh, jeez. That's not good.
The sphere has never
I don't wanna
killed
look,
a
I don't wanna
puppet
look.
before. This could be the very first time.
Oh, that is, by the way, one of my reoccurring nightmares. Jeez. Thank you, by the way.
You've survived.
Well,
You've survived.
Bubba Ho-Tep. Okay.
Bubba Ho-Tep.
In
It's
which,
about a 4,000-year-old mummy
Yeah.
in Texas,
Oh yeah.
and Elvis, and JFK, and all of the above.
Probably one of the most original films to come out in the last 20 years. What was it about the original book that called to you that wanted to make you turn it into a movie?
Well, thank you, Flick, for saying such nice things about my movie. I just thought that it was just a wonderful story about, there's comedy, but it was basically about aging, about redemption, about friendship, and dignity in the face of death. A lot of big themes in that movie.
Oh yeah.
But it also had to do with Elvis, who had cancer on his. Well, we won't go into where he had the cancer. But it's an uplifting film, and it starred the great
No pun
Ossie
intended.
Davis. Starred the great Ossie Davis and Bruce Campbell as Elvis.
I know. What a cast.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I love about your book is the fact that it brings to light the mystery of what happened to Bubba Nosferatu. Seeing that you need a new actor to play Elvis, is there any chance you consider a puppet for the role?
I think that's probably a smart idea. I think that puppet could bring a level of integrity and depth to it that maybe
Yes.
a human actor couldn't necessarily conjure up. Is that maybe possible?
I think so.
Yeah.
Do the Masters of Horror still go out to dinner? And for those people at home, could you explain to them who the Masters of Horror are and how these dinners came about?
Well, in a nutshell, a great filmmaker named Mick Garris knew a lot of horror directors and started inviting them to dinner. And at one of those dinners, the very first dinner actually, where the name for this Masters of Horror came from, was Guillermo del Toro was there, and he was sitting there, and next to us was a woman having a birthday party, and we were making a lot of noise and ruining her birthday party. And when the cake came out, he got up and very felicitously wished her a very happy birthday from the Masters of Horror, and that was the name that then stuck. But they're just a group of filmmakers that get together and talk about horror movies. And, they once a year. It's not a frequent thing.
That's so cool.
It's great fun. Always enjoyed them. Met a lot of great horror filmmakers. Unfortunately, some of them have passed, like the great Tobe Hooper. They'll still miss him to this day. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a great one.
You know, if you have a briefcase, I could fit in I'm a little guy, I'm a little guy, I could fit in a briefcase. And the next dinner, I'll even buy the first round of drinks.
Well, that might get you in there. So I'll keep that in mind.
Are there any modern horror films that you really enjoy?
Well, that's the kind of question that when you ask me, I can't remember one horror film I've seen in the last. Put me on the spot here. Well, let's see. What have I seen lately that I liked? I can't think of one right now.
It's okay. It's okay.
How about you? What are you liking these days?
Oh boy. Well, I want to. Let's see. You're right. That is quite a spot. That's quite the spot to be in. Mandy.
Oh, now that was a good movie. I did see that and loved it.
I love the look of it.
Yeah.
It was like a pretty horror film.
Well directed, and Nick Cage doing what Nick Cage does best.
Being nuts.
In blood. Covered in blood.
Well, what advice would you give for us young indie filmmakers?
Well, listen, Flick, I'm going to have to make this the last question.
This is the last question. It is the last question.
Okay, all right, I figured. Advice to indie filmmakers? Get into profits early.
All right.
Keep your budgets low.
Okay.
And make something that is different and original.
All right.
And something that you really can't live without making. How's that with good advice?
It's
there?
great.
Yeah.
You want to see my hand disappear?
Oh, yeah. That is weird.
Because the purple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. Okay. Well, Flick, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Thanks for really. Can I get a hug?
You could try. Oh, you're a good boy, Flick.
All right. I'm not a dog.
All right.
I'm a puppet. All right, guys. Let's see who else we can scare up at Son of Monsterpalooza.